ghosts, aliens, and other mysteries of the universe? Do you want to hear stories and opinions from people who have experienced the supernatural? Then tune in to Supernatural Limits, the podcast that explores the unknown and the unexplained. Every week, we explore encounters with the paranormal, the bizarre, and the unbelievable. Whether a skeptic or a believer, join us on this thrilling journey into the other side of reality.
Welcome, WEFOBZ Nation, to another episode of Supernatural Limits, episode 6. You're here with your hosts, Puni Moa and guysosmooth. Here we are again, once again.
Supernatural Limits. Let's go.
All right, let's get this out of the way. Disclaimer: everything expressed here on this podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. The views expressed belong to the speakers themselves and do not represent the WEFOBZ Enterprise brand. Does not represent that brand. Yeah. Well, Luce, the last time we were here, we were talking about giants. And then giants got into another subject, which is going to be the topic for today's, or should I say, this moment's podcast. We started talking about Bigfoot. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, so giants, I could see it leading into the Bigfoot talk. You know about Bigfoot?
Only in movies. They actually made a movie about him, Henry or Harry.
Yeah.
That was like in the late 80s, I believe, or early 90s.
Not too familiar.
Yeah, but I never witnessed it myself. But, of course, it's one of America's storytelling of there's a Bigfoot.
I hear you. Well, I want to, let me see. Let's Google Bigfoot. See what it brings up. There's so many topics on Bigfoot, bro. It just ain't funny. I'm going to go to Wikipedia for some information. Bigfoot, also commonly referred to as Sasquatch, is a large and hairy human-like mythical creature purported to inhabit forests in North America, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. I've been hearing stories of Bigfoot for as long as I've been alive, bro. When you talking Pacific Northwest, that's like, what states are those?
Northwest, Seattle, Washington, Oregon. What is it, Idaho? Those are the main ones.
So when we refer to Bigfoot, the reason why I brought it up, bro, because I saw something on Facebook that kind of attracted my attention there, and then obviously we were talking about giants. Like I said before, giants. If you talk about a mythical giant in America, then you can talk about Bigfoot, which everybody believes to be a giant. I think they named him Bigfoot because of his freaking big footprints he be leaving around, right?
Yes. I don't think he's under that category of giants. I think he stands alone.
Well, you think he's his own standalone category?
Yeah, just like trolls.
But didn't we say a troll was like a giant?
Well, I mean, some people say that, then sometimes trolls are just regular size. But they're like their own fairy tale, I guess.
They're their own myth, right?
Yeah, their own myth.
Their own mythical
What's his
So,
name? Al Bandi?
well, I'm always asking you this question just for the, just for the hell of it, because we want to see what WeFox Nation says. Also, um, you believe in Bigfoot? You think Bigfoot's real?
No, me personally, no.
What
I
do you
don't
think it
believe
is
in.
like that the camera be catching all these photos people be taking though?
I don't know. It's just not enough evidence, even with the photos they have, for me to like say, "Oh, there's Bigfoots."
So, on Wikipedia, it continues to say in the description, it's like Bigfoot is often described as a large, muscular, and bipedal ape or human-like creature covered in black, dark brown, or dark reddish hair. And then I think there's other things people point out, like it might be very intelligent. I want to show you all a little something, bro. You up for it?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can get this done right. Let's go with this. Can you see it? Hope
Mm-hmm.
WeFoBZ Nation can see it. All right. So this is something I found on Facebook. Um, it's gonna be a little blurry, but bear with me on this, everyone. Let's watch it through.
Watch him launch that tree. So the question is, how big, how long, how much does that tree weigh? We're looking at a guy out there in the trees that has superhuman strength.
Were you able to see that?
That little like moving thing on
Watch
the
him
Right
ground.
here.
launch
This is
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
that
And
tree.
this is a tree he's throwing.
So the question is,
And there's
how big, how long, how much does that tree weigh?
so they're saying this thing reads right here. This clip got our attention. These are the Boise Bigfoot. I guess this is a page on Facebook. Boise Bigfoot. This clip got our attention. The video depicts a logging crew chatting with one another when they notice something in the distance. The crew, which is positioned approximately a half a mile away, watches something throws a tree. It's not the clarity of the video that makes it so compelling, but seeing what Bigfoot is doing that draws us in. For us, we realized that an ordinary person couldn't pull this off in any way. To uproot a tree, wait, to uproot a tree and root ball attached and throw it with one arm, that far is quite the feat, especially if it weighs 300 or 400 pounds. Let's just see it again. So those are the trees.
We're looking
This
at a
thing
guy
throws
out
a
there in
tree
the
right there.
trees that has superhuman strength.
Hmm.
Talk to me, Yus, man.
I mean, it's still kind of hard for me to like see. If it's
Right?
an
It's
actual
so
tree. It's
freaking
blurry.
blurry.
I mean,
Why?
yeah, why are they doing that? That's the thing that throws it off. I mean, when nowadays it was that current. Did they spot that current, or was that something that was filmed back in the 90s?
Yeah, I mean, this thing got posted on the 4th, so that was yesterday. Today's the
Hmm.
5th. Um, we're popping this off on the 5th, and that's what got my attention there. Why always when we're trying to find like these evidence of these mythological creatures or these what they call cryptids, right? It's always got to be a blurry picture, even of ghosts and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's never a clear picture or image.
And you figure with all the iPhones and their freaking clear, new 10 lenses and stuff, all the technology to be able to catch it. Bro, it brings up another thing I want to add. The Loch Ness Monster. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, the sea creature, urgent.
So, I know we talk about Bigfoot. I guess let's make this episode about cryptids, like mythical creatures. Let's put them all in the same category because Loch Ness Monster is there. Can you classify? Would you say Loch Ness Monster is a giant?
Like a giant, uh, like a giant, what is it? Those dragons, those
like
Chinese
a
looking dragons.
dinosaur.
Yeah, not a
So,
dinosaur, but like dragons.
well,
You
okay,
know,
let me.
an Asian kind of dragon. It's like a snake, but it's
Mm.
bigger.
So
That's
they
the way I
said
look.
nice. So they
Like a
say
big sea urchin.
the Loch Ness Monster could be like a leftover dinosaur. Now, let me ask you this, as I always ask: do you believe in dinosaurs?
Um, there's bones and stuff, so yes.
So there's evidence, right? We can't even deny that, right? That's the evidence you're talking
There
about,
was
like
actual
even,
big creatures that roamed the earth. Yeah.
and we have like a full set of bones that shows it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if there was those huge creatures, don't you think all this other stuff would have existed too?
Oh yeah. Easily.
Easily. Well, let me show you and WeFoBZ Nation this, bro. We're gonna go there once again. And you see this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is from Yahoo. I got it on Yahoo. By Mark Griffin writes, woman issues new photos claiming to have snapped Loch Ness Monster. So if you all ain't too familiar with Loch Ness is out in Scottish Highlands. It's a lake. Loch Ness is name of a lake. And in this lake, they say they have this dinosaur-like creature. Some say it's benevolent, some say it's violent, but people have always been trying to take pictures of it since as far back as the 60s, I think, or even farther than that, like for hundreds of years. But this lady comes out and she says she took a picture. So she was saying right here, I was taking pictures with my Canon camera of Scott and our daughter Alyssa, who was then 5, went about 200 meters from the shore, moving to the right, well, to the left, screen left, at a steady speed was this creature, she recalled. It was spinning and rolling at times. We never saw a head or neck. After a couple of minutes, it just disappeared and we never saw it again. This is her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these are the photos. Can hardly see them, but I can click on them, take us to the this is on her X. If you all ever on X, you can follow me on X, guysosmooth at guysosmooth, or you could do Puni Moa at Puni Moa 1, right? Puni Moa?
Yep. Yep.
So this is the lady that said she took this clear picture. I don't know. Here's the picture, bro. That's a weird ass looking head,
They're like a hippo.
right? But there's no hippos in the Scottish Highlands. And then humps.
Mm. It's
What
like
you
a
see?
snake.
Yeah, but then you see the thing from here, and then there's no anacondas and no what do you call? What's those big snakes? Anacondas, right?
Yeah.
Out in Scottish Highlands, unless we could be wrong. But that's crazy, right? She took this photo August 31st, 2023.
Now that's a lot better than the Bigfoot photo.
Way better. The Bigfoot one right here. Look at this. Look at this Bigfoot one. Hella blurry.
Watch him launch.
Mute this.
Yeah, and he said he tossed a branch, a tree.
Yeah. But I think I could get why it was blurry, because you know, out in the forest, you have like all that
Foggy.
fog, right? All the
Yeah.
mist.
Yeah, but it might have been just a branch that a gorilla was tossing. Because they're
But
strong.
I think they might have went. Wouldn't you think these guys would, after they saw this, they would go closer and see what it was?
No, I would not. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even look twice. I'll just take off.
And they're loggers, bro. Like they got chainsaws and like big ass equipment and everything.
I don't know, man. There's somebody tossing a tree like that, shoot. That's a sign of like evacuate.
Evacuate.
Like leave them alone.
Man, that's just the craziest trippy thing right there, right? With the supernatural, like it's all connected to the supernatural and how we like exploring it right here with supernatural limits. I mean, shit like that exists in the world. Doesn't that blow your mind?
Yeah, it definitely does. Because I mean, I would like to see one in real life. You know,
There's
ask it questions and stuff like, why would you hide it this whole time? You know,
man, but then
like, do you know something that we don't know? You know, like you
right,
probably
like
lived this earth long enough to where you just know that it's better for you to just be left alone than just be around human beings.
we all
You
know
know,
what human beings does when they find stuff like that. They freaking
you know,
hunt it down, track it, and then start cutting it open to try to study it, right?
oh yeah.
We do it to our own freaking humankind. It's sad, bro. I wonder if any of that exists on the islands. There's some mythical creatures on the island that we can speak of, like little, little dwarves, elves, uh, giants. We don't have dragons on the islands, do we?
You know, the only thing I was thinking about when I was in Samoa, remember, because we have a lot of bat caves. I've always felt like, you know, I was young at the time. I always felt like, oh, maybe Batman lives in one of these caves. Because we have a lot of bats back home. You know what I mean?
But you know, it was from the bats back home that I realized like there's not all bats like vampire style bats.
Yeah.
Because that's where they told me, nah, these bats eat fruits. There's some pretty cute bats, bro. We had some. My family and I raised a couple bats.
Have you ever ate some? Because I know some other villages they used to eat
Ooh,
them.
I wasn't able to because they looked just too cute to me. But I saw some of my family members eat it.
Yeah, I don't know about cute. I just wouldn't eat it. It just looked like a mouse with wings.
Bro, but if it, I don't know. I loved animals, man. I couldn't even with pigs, bro. Sheesh. When they would go
Hey,
and try to kill one, but I've already, I used to wash them and stuff, and I don't like watching when they slaughter
yeah.
a pig that you took care of and stuff.
Was it the baby or the adult? Because you know how the baby
About
witches
even
used
the
to.
to the adult, because
Yeah,
I used to wash pig pens and stuff back in the
it was
day. That's
harder.
the part of the chore. So it's hard to watch when people go out and slaughter the animal that you've been
Ah,
raising.
I don't know, man. I enjoyed it.
To each their own, bro.
Yeah,
I was
like
an
I
animal kind
didn't.
of person, though.
I had no sympathy. I was just like, oh yeah, we got to go ahead and slaughter. Because I mean, the baby ones we would use, you know, face them upside down and then like drown them in a bucket of water till they die. And then of course the older ones, and we like doing that. Like I didn't have no problem with that.
And then don't get it twisted. I love eating freaking ham and bacon, and I love eating chicken and all that. But yeah, when it comes to trying to slaughter it, it's a little standoffish on it if I raised it. But if I didn't raise it, okay, it's all game, fair game.
Hmm.
How did we get there, man? We were talking about supernatural cryptids and stuff.
You know what? Well, another crazy thing. What was that white bird with the long tail? It's like every time somebody passes away, you see that. It's not a dove,
No, it's
but it
a
was actually.
Kavasima.
Yeah. You know, that's another supernatural limit kind of thing.
Oh yeah, well, like the
It's
legendary
crazy.
with so the sayings like our people had like you will see different animals or different birds that fly around during certain times.
Yeah, especially when your loved one pass away.
Yeah. Oh, let me
Yep.
tell you, there's one that's actually real storm birds. You see these big black huge birds up in the sky. You
Yeah.
can tell a storm was coming to the islands, which was fact because the bird only flew on the winds of a storm. I forgot what they call that storm. It was huge bird back in
I don't know. We just had a lot of things that nature would made us understand. Because all I remember was when I see them white birds flying in circle, or flying, I'm like, okay, somebody passed away. It's like somebody's
That's
soul just
interesting.
lifted. Yeah,
It's
and
well,
it's unique.
something I heard close to that was when I see the kingfisher. You know the kingfisher bird? It's blue
Mm,
and it has a white chest. When it cries, they say people it's gonna rain. And some people say if it has a weird cry, then somebody passed away.
yeah, so many, and a lot of the time, though, they're actually right on the money. You know, So it's pretty cool.
Coming back. Well, how did we get here? WEFOBZ Nation. We were talking about cryptids, mythological creatures. We went from Bigfoot to the Loch Ness Monster to people kind of getting evidence of it. Those were the most recent ones we seen posted up. I don't know about that Loch Ness Monster one. It's weird looking, but that is a clear picture though. Weird looking top of the head, I guess.
Yeah, you get those weird ones like that because I remember seeing one something like that in Wisconsin
Yeah, let's
on
go
the
back
Mississippi
to
River.
right here.
Hmm.
This one right here, right? Like that's her
Yep.
Facebook page. She only got like 3,647 views. You think this would get a lot more, right? But look at this. Can I blow this up? Let's see if I can blow this up. Looks like
Yeah.
some type of reptilian.
Are those the eyes?
Yeah, that's the eyes right there.
Damn, that's a huge thing. Like if that's the case.
Right? So that's the head part. And then this is like, I guess this is the back.
That it looks like it.
Bro, because
Ugh.
look how big the animal is, or whatever this thing is. Look, because it
Yeah.
leaves a wake right here.
Yeah, that's definitely freaky.
That is crazy. So one of the things WEFOBZ Nation about the Loch Ness, it's hella deep, and it's hella like there's no visibility. You cannot see deeper in the water. That's why they have trouble trying to find. They've been searching this thing for a long time. You should look it up. Bing, go to Google, look it up. But yeah, let me put this back to regular size. Comments over here. Decent camera, not quite in focus. No telling what it is. Man, can't see nothing. Typical trolls, man. New sighting of Loch Ness Monster captured in most exciting photos ever. The photos would show a serpent-like animal with its body on the surface of the loch were actually taken in. Wow, why so late though? That's 2018.
And this was posted on the 31st.
He just posted it just now. I guess there was something in. Oh, there was something over here, right here. She said something why she posted. Oh, and then they had a whole freaking monster hunt. See, this is like they said this photo was a hoax of Nessie. Oh yeah, they call it Nessie.
That looks like a goose.
Yeah. Did she say why she posted it late? Oh, okay, right here. At the time, I did not want to face public ridicule by making the photographs public. That's understandable, right? She didn't want to have it. She didn't want to get hit up by the public, like people ridiculing her, saying she's crazy, which happens to a lot of people who talk about aliens back in the day. Seeing is believing for a lot of people, I guess. Oh, that's what I got, man. Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster. It's one of those things. Do you believe? Are they real? Puni Moa says the pictures are too blurry. Still a lot more to learn. Well, anything else left to say?
Nope, you covered it.
Let's look forward to the next thing that scratches our curiosity for our next Supernatural Limits episode. We want to thank you, WEFOBZ Nation, for coming out, listening, watching, whatever you're doing. Hit us up. You got anything we should be looking into, exploring? You know, we want to go there. Let's go there. Let's talk about it. But until then, we'll see you next time on Supernatural Limits. Be out.